another Killer Planes video.
Down and Dirty. Tips and tricks for keeping your plane out of the shop. Starring Steve's Dirty Hands. Today, making a see-through skid plate.
Or...
No, I'm going to use those. I got the galley plates.
Hey there, the hands are back. And today, we're talking about another one of the Lord's gifts to the world, which is seltzer bottles. Love these things. They have this compound curve right here, and you can use that to help you fit things like plates on the bottom of your plane if you want to do belly landings. This is part of this curve right there. It was cut from this part of the bottle right here, so it's got a little bit of that curve left on the front, just enough so that it fits right over this compound curve here, which is this curve and this curve. So what we do is we put contact cement along the edges in the front and the two sides. And this is clear contact cement, so you can't see it too well through the clear seltzer bottle. You don't really need to do the back because the plane's not getting dragged through the dirt that way. I'm not sure. Maybe you could land going backwards at speed. Could try that out. All right, we'll find our little center. We'll press this down and transfer glue onto the fuselage by squishing it like so. All right, and then we'll take this off and let our glue get tacky, same way that we always do. Now we have our next piece that goes behind this one. All right, so this is another compound curve, but this one's slight. So this curve here isn't very big compared to a straight line, but it's enough to wrinkle this if you try to bend it over it. So you put your piece down and you figure out where it's going to be glued on. If I just lay this piece on here, it leaves the surface right about there. Right at that point where it leaves the surface, you make cuts on the side. Right, so that your sides are separated, but your center is still joined. And what you want to do is glue the back one first so that these front sides here will overlap the back ones. That way, when you're sliding along in the dirt, you're not going to get stuff stuck under there too. So you would want to also, and it's probably difficult to see this, but the cuts are right here. So you want to have glue on the front edge of the plastic on the back side of the cuts as well, so that they're glued down. This back side of the cut is glued down onto the fuselage. So we want to glue the front edge once again and the sides, right? And then we also want to glue the front edge of our cuts. All right, so now I have glue all over my piece. Once again, I put it up where it's going to go, which is right behind this cowl. My first piece, by the way, extends over this, so it protects the front edge of this one. So I have transferred my glue by squishing down on my piece onto the fuselage. All right, there we go. And that's that. Now I just let my glue get tacky. All right, so this is about dry, and I already know where it's going to go, which is right about there. So it's going to extend over the back of the cowl just a little bit and start at the front. To make sure that my front edge is solidly glued on. That's always important. Front edge, important. And then I'm going to glue down my backs while stretching and pressing this thing to the best of my ability. This doesn't have to be perfect, you know, but there it is. So that's a finished glue job on this baby. If you want to, you can make it look even nicer by, you know, painting over it. But hey, I'm going to get dirt on it as soon as I land, so I'm not crazy about that. This will really protect the foam, though. I won't be chewing my foam up as I land in the grass or on the snow or whatever. And here's my second piece, which is pretty much ready to go. It only takes a minute or so, 2 minutes maybe, to let this glue get tacky. All right, so I'm going to press down and then get to my center section and glue the backs down first. So I'm pressing across. I'm using my fingernail to make sure that the back portion of that little cut is glued down. So I got my top pressed down, or my bottom, I should say, right in the center of the bottom, and then run across the sides from the center out to glue your thing down and keep it flat. And there it is. I don't have to do the whole bottom. I just have to do the part that's the most likely to hit, which is right there. From here back, I generally put tape just to have something there. I take some tape. This should actually go on first, so it goes underneath the plastic. All right, and I'm gonna tape from there to there. Okay, I'm gonna put it right up to the back of the plastic so that I get as much coverage as possible. Once again, you rub it down in the middle and then rub out from the center. So when you're rubbing tape down, it's good to use a pad, like a piece of paper towel that limits the friction between your skin and the tape, and you get to rub it a lot, which is good. Yeah, baby. All right, so there we go. My belly is basically protected enough to do some belly landings on this baby. Once again, Steve's Hands, and we'll see you on the flight line, right? Or out in the yard.
Woohoo!